You're brilliant at business, but I've worked with executives at places like Amazon, Meta, Tinder, Shopify, and Accenture, and even the most successful businessmen struggle when it comes to their health. And in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the 5 biggest mistakes that executives make from my own experience of coaching over 500 leaders in my online health coaching company. And I'm going to share some of the patterns that I see, the repeatable mistakes, and the biggest psychological barriers and issues that come up when it comes to executives. Now, make sure you stay until the end of the video, because number 5 is the most important point and actually the least talked about. So let's get into it. Mistake number 1 is the all or nothing mindset you have when it comes to your health. This is following a lot of the mainstream advice, 75 hard, shake diets, keto diets, Instagram workouts that you see online. And on the outside, something like 75 hard seems great because as a CEO, you are wired for challenge. And when life's chaotic, this gives you a sense of control. You've got to complete 2 workouts, you've got to read a certain page of books, no cheat meals. And as you tick these off and gamify it, it gives you a sense of success. But the biggest issue is that this is not sustainable. When business travel ramps up, when you've got a very busy period within your business, you're not able to sustain that and you end up giving up. And this is why 95% of people that start a weight loss program or a transformation program end up failing, because it's not sustainable with their life. But you need to realize that your health isn't a 90-day sprint. Your health is something that you do for life. It's what you build your identity around. It's something that you can sustain forever, because that's the foundation for the success that you're going to have within your business, is how much energy, how much clarity, and how much focus you have. So the fix to this is to not just rely on willpower, because willpower is going to cause you to burn out, it's going to cause you to give up, and it's going to increase stress through the roof. What you want to do instead is build a systemized and sustainable approach when it comes to your health. This could be a few workouts a week. It could be managing your sleep quality, looking at your internal blood work. All of these things are going to drive performance and also results, instead of focusing on this hustle culture of let me do 75 hard and work out twice a day and see how far I get because I feel like a winner because I'm doing this stuff. That's set up to fail. You want something that's simple, that's sustainable, and that's systemized. Now, mistake number 2 that I see executives make is DIYing their own health and fitness and not outsourcing it. In business, the reason you've become successful in your position is you have delegated well, you have outsourced well. You've put people in positions that are better at doing the job than maybe you, so you can free up your time. But when it comes to your health, you wing it. You do it all yourself. You go onto YouTube and try and find what's the best strategy. You go and try and create your own diet plan. You follow Instagram workouts and influencers that are not built for you. And this has such a low ROI on your time. Think about this. If you're consulting at $500 an hour and you're trying to piece this together yourself, you're going to the gym, trying to set up a diet, trying to build a fitness plan, but those 5 hours are not efficient and you're not getting results, you're wasting $2,500 of your valuable consulting time every single week on something that's not improving. If you add that up over the course of the month, that's $10,000 of valuable time that you're wasting on something that's getting worse. Think of this as a Facebook stock. If you were a Facebook stock and every month you're plummeting down, the price is going down because the investment's going in, but you're not getting an ROI, it would be a stupid decision. But executives seem to make this mistake when it comes to their health. They're willing to put in the time, they're willing to spin their wheels. The truth is, you need to outsource. When it comes to nutrition, you need to have a meal prep company, a private chef, or a coach that's going to prepare that food and make sure that it's systemized and sustainable. So you don't have to use mental bandwidth to think about what you need to eat. The next one is training. You need to have a structured training program built for you, your travel schedule, the time you've got available, the goals that you want. And you need to hire somebody to do that for you instead of trying to piece this together yourself, steal Instagram workouts online and think that you can do it on your own. And this is such a low ROI on your time. You're wasting your mental bandwidth that could be used for high-level decisions, scaling your business, moving the needle forward on what you're going to have for lunch. So the fix for this is you need to treat your health as high ROI outsourcing. Think of the areas in which you need to improve, maybe your nutrition, it could be your training, your supplements, even your daily routine and what your calendar should look like for your health. And you need to outsource that to someone else as an executive assistant for your health, as a board of directors for your health that's going to look after that side for you. Because wasting your time on spinning your wheels is giving you the lowest leverage, the lowest efficiency, and the lowest ROI possible. Now, mistake number 3 is ignoring the data and ignoring internal blood work. As an executive within your business, you track everything and you have dashboards, you have KPIs, you know exactly how much money is coming into the business, what your margin is, etc. You get the point. But when it comes to your health, I ask most executives, how many calories do you eat per day? I ask them what their workouts have looked like and what that strength improvement has been, and they don't have a clue. But worse than that, they don't know what their internal blood work looks like or what that even means. Things like testosterone, inflammation, triglyceride to HDL ratio, all of these things dictate your overall health, but they also drive performance. And if you don't have these dialed in, there's no surprise you've got brain fog, that you can't make the right decisions, you feel sluggish at 3 p.m. because these numbers and the data is not optimized. And to give you a personal story, I was a shredded gym bro back in the day, and by 21 I had achieved a top 1% physique, but underneath all of it, my blood work was terrible. So my testosterone wasn't where it needed to be. I had high levels of inflammation. My prolactin was high. My cortisol was high because I was following this very extreme approach. And recently I got some bloods done and I tested for something called lipoprotein A. And despite all of my blood work coming back pretty excellent, the one thing that was in the red was lipoprotein A. And this is one of the biggest markers that dictates heart disease. And I didn't know that I had it. It's predisposed, it's hereditary and genetic within my family. So I then made some changes to my lifestyle and supplementation to help improve that. But if I didn't test for that and I didn't know the numbers, I would be flying blind. And this is one of the biggest mistakes executives make, is they fly blind when it comes to their health. They try to wing it, they don't know the numbers, and then they expect results. They expect the outcome, but not following the process, not following the numbers and the data, and making strategic decisions based on the blood work and the numbers that come through. So my recommendation is to get blood work done every 3 to 6 months. These can be annual physicals that you do, but I also recommend specific tests as an executive that actually drive your performance that most doctors don't actually test for. And there's a free guide. If you click the link below, you can download that and get the lowdown on all of those tests and make sure that you take them as you go and do your next testing. Mistake number 4 that executives make is accepting mediocrity. As an executive, you expect excellence from everyone around you. You expect it from your employees, you expect it from your team, you expect it from your clients, you expect it from your kids and your family to have excellence and to have discipline. But when it comes to your own health, you embody mediocrity. You think that it's okay that because you drive a 200k car and you've got a fancy house, that you can go up the stairs and still feel winded. You feel that it's okay to show up and not be your best. You think that it's okay to walk around with low energy. Your suit's not fitting you. And this isn't about vanity, but as a leader, as an executive, you are a personal brand whether you like it or not. And you don't need to have a big online presence to realize that when you go to a conference, you speak on stage, you present in front of people, everybody's judging you. They're looking to you as the leader to guide them through, to take them to that next stage. And if you show up with this low energy, looking sloppy, people are not going to trust you as much. And this might seem harsh, but this is the reality of the world, that people judge you on the way that you look, the way that you present yourself, and how you show up spiritually with your energy. And that's the biggest thing. When you accept excellence with your health, you move up a level on the spiritual realm. You become someone that is vibrant, you have an aura, and people feel that energy. So you can't tell your team to be excellent and world class if you're running on half a tank or you're running on mediocrity. So the fix for this is to make sure that you align yourself with excellence, not just in your work and your financial success, but also with your health and what you accept from that. Now, mistake number 5 that busy executives make is separating their identity from their body. Most executives, they treat health as an afterthought or a 90-day challenge, a 6-week program, a temporary thing. But the real reality is, and the most successful clients that we've had come through, they build their identity around being the person that does the healthy, right things. They're the people that show up in the morning at the gym because they know that it's the right thing to do. They're the people that follow the food plan because they know it's part of their identity. And one of the biggest trends I see with busy executives is they give up when things get tough. So when things are quiet, they're able to make tons of progress. But when things get busy, they say to themselves, oh, work's busy, I've got travel coming up, I'm just gonna go off it for a few weeks. And then what happens is they gain weight back, they lose the habits, they lose the momentum, and they're back in the same position that they were in. Now, people think that this is a health problem. It's not, it's an identity problem, because deep down in your identity, you feel like you're the person that gives up when things get tough. And this cycle will repeat itself. This is why you find you go on a 3-month great run, you give up, you gain the weight back, and then you go again. But this cycle is going to keep happening every 6 months if you don't fix the identity. So when it comes to fixing the identity, the main thing here is to realize that identity first, behavior and actions follow, and then the results come. But most people, they operate from the opposite and the inverse. They want the results so they can do the actions and the behaviors so they've got the identity. No, it's the other way around. You have to start with the identity that drives the actions and the behaviors and the routines that then drives the results. And you need to adopt the mindset, I am a high-performing leader, therefore my health is non-negotiable. And you need to start acting like the fit guy. The environment that you build for yourself, the habits that you have on the weekends when most people fall off, the routine and the calendar, and building your workouts into that calendar, and living a healthy lifestyle that is sustainable for you, because this is about the long term. It's not about a quick fix. It's not about rapid weight loss. It's the case of living this strong, healthy life forever so you can dominate in everything that you do. If you're running a world-class business on a failing operating system, after a while that's going to crash. And the same applies to your health. So you need to start building your health with the same precision and detail that you would need to run your company. And if you're an executive watching this now and this has resonated with you, I've worked with over 500 leaders at companies such as Amazon, Meta, Tinder, Shopify, and Accenture. And we run an exclusive health program for high-level executives and entrepreneurs who want to take their health to the next level with a system-based, data-driven, science-backed approach, which optimizes their blood work and performance as well as body transformation. So make sure you hit the link in the description if you want to book in a call with me. On this call, we're going to do a full diagnostic of your health and where you're currently at and see if we can help. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.